Hello and welcome to another HRS training video. Today we are going to cover adding a new device to our system and adding two buttons to it to simply turn the device on or off. So let's begin with our system. So we're working today on System 8, so we'll click the blue System Designer link. This will open a new tab for us with our default control system. First thing we'll do is go over here to the left side and click on the Devices tab. You'll notice it gives you kind of two columns. In the first column, we'll hit the green plus, and it'll give us an option for the new device. We can click Edit to type in the name. Once we have the name entered, just click Save. And then we can go through our list here to select the command set for that device. So we have them categorized by the type of device. You can also manually search for the device itself. So with this one being a projector, we'll go to projectors, and this is the list of available projectors in our database. They can always have more added if needed. So let's just select the Christie projector for the time being. You'll notice once we select it here, the command set changes here, and then you can also edit the IP address and port number. Always be sure to follow the steps of picking the command set, then entering the IP address. If there's a default port number and IP address, it'll automatically set those when you pick that command set. Once you have everything entered correctly, simply click the Apply All button. You'll notice the system will reload, and if you go back here to our devices, you'll see the projector is still there with the Christie projector. So we can go to our control surfaces, and let's get rid of this splash screen that we have on here. So we'll go to the right side and click the little minus to remove that surface, and click the green plus to add a new one. It lets you adjust the resolution for that. You can select a custom one, or you can select an option from our drop down. You can also make this the home screen. You can execute a macro, which we'll cover more of those later. And you can also select the type of controller. For designing and building a GUI for like an iPad or tablet device, you'll typically leave it in custom. If you're using one of our event stations, you will want to go through and pick the event controller, or you can select one of the other button panels as well as if you're using one of those. So for today, we're going to leave it at custom. You'll notice it's just a white screen. If we right click anywhere on the screen, we can go to backgrounds. We will add a background, and let's find a background for us today. Then we will right click and add a button, and right click and add a second button, and you'll notice you can click and drag the buttons. A red line will show up for doing the snap feature. You can also disable the snap feature on the top, but as you click the buttons, you'll notice on the right side here that the properties will update for that specific button. So on the first button, let's click the plus for commands, and we'll click from the drop down projector, and from the commands we'll go through and select which one we'd like to do. Let's make this a power button. You notice when we select this, it has a 0 for off, 1 for on value that we need to enter. Some commands will have these arguments already entered in the system. Some will be a drop down that you select it from. Some you'll have to manually enter it. It's just different for each device. So for this one, let's make it a power on. So we'll use 1. And then we will go down and change the text on the button to on. And on the button next to it, let's click on that one, and we're going to do a power off button. So add command, select the device, power, and we're going to pick 0. And for the name, we'll just do off. And you'll notice both of these update as we do that. Next, you can click Apply All, and that'll take all of the changes that we've just made and updated for us. To check what we've done, to see if it's working, if you want to test it, you can open a new tab, type in the IP address of your server, Pick the system you're working on. This time we're going to stay just on this console page here. We're not going to go to the management. And you'll notice that both of the buttons are on here, so we can click on or off, and we would be able to test this and see if the projector is working. So that covers the basics for adding buttons and adding a couple commands to them. Thank you for joining us for our training.